Welcome to episode 6 of the Gingerspyce Tiefling Druid, where I am level 6. There isn't really a whole lot of going on in terms of gear or other stuff at level 6. About the only thing to mention is that I pick up the Empower feat. I have it loaded up on my hotbar there, and of course I want to turn off Empower for like produce flame, because I just want to, spam the super duper low cost version of that when I need to. Of course, you keep it on for the SLA version, and then the regular version of Creeping Cold. I also have all metas off for that, so it's super cheap at just 6 spell points. But the SLA version that I have over here, all metas are on for that. For spells, I got an extra 2nd and 3rd level spell. I did pick up Cure Moderate Wounds, so I have a bigger emergency heal. And then I picked up Gust of Wind, which is a nice utility spell to be able to blow out persistent AoEs like dancing balls, firewalls, ice storms, things like that. And since I freed up Cure Light, since I took Cure Moderate, I now took Fire Trap, which is an interesting spell that I don't use a whole lot, but sometimes when I'm wanting to spam, it just drops a little thing down on the ground, and then a few seconds later, if a mob moves over, it'll blow up. So it does a little bit of AoE fire damage. Like I said, I don't use it a ton, but I do like to take it. There's not a lot of other interesting spells at level 2, so there it is. On the enhancement side, I did respec some things, and I did pick up Spring's Resurgence Tier 4. This is a really awesome enhancement, and one that is often overlooked by people who are newer to Caster Druid. But what's great about it is that you toss it on yourself, and as soon as you drop below 50% hit points, it automatically kicks in a pretty good size heal, which is at low levels is pretty significant, but I even use this right up through endgame. And what's really neat about this is that it can even save you in situations where you would otherwise die. If you took a big hit of damage that would take you way into negative numbers, Spring's Resurgence will kick in before you die and can save you. This has saved me in traps so many times over the years, I mean just countless times. And then I also picked up the Salt Ray SLA. I just have the first 2 tiers now. That's all I could afford. This was a newly added spell-like ability in Update 38. It was not an SLA prior to that for Druids. And what's great about this one is that it has a stunning effect. And so you can stun lots of different kinds of mobs with that. Undead, for example, can even stun, and I was using this like in high skull endgame stuff, and it was hitting pretty well. So it's a pretty cool single target crowd control effect. The damage that it does is not at all interesting. It does force damage, so that part is kind of interesting, but the amount of damage is just really low, and not worth trying to go out of your way to try to amp that up, because it just doesn't do much damage. I did dump the few points that I had here, and I also took a few points out of Tiefling. So now I just have the 14 racial action points that I have spent there, and none of my regular action points. So I did get rid of that blinding effect for enemies that go into my Obscuring Darkness. It just wasn't proccing enough. I think I saw it proc a couple times, and that was it. So it's just not worth it. I just don't get it. It's just that, and the knockdown, and this proccing damage is just so infrequent. It just doesn't seem worth it from what I have seen. I did still take the Obscuring Darkness though, because once I get to a point where I'm throwing down AoEs, this might add some nice concealment, although I don't know if that will work in conjunction with the mischance from like Sleet Storm, for example. So I'll have to see if I can figure that out. Okay, I think that's all to mention. I did pick up some Scrolls of Displacement. I've been using those since level 3. I don't know if I talked about that before. Yeah, I think that's about it. Alright, let's go do some quests.
didn't need to be in there.
Nope. Remember what I said yesterday, you don't have to kiss the mobs to DPS them. Laprian's has to, because he's in melee.
Yep.
But you don't.
Love them from afar.
That's a little tip from your Uncle Voodoo. You don't have to kiss the mobs to DPS them. Not when you're a blasting warlock anyways. A little distance between you and the mobs. It's safer that way, especially when you have 3 Reaper points.
Poor Twiz. Big 3.
When you have a big 3 Reaper points.
Yep. And I'm big and dead right now.
That's when you want to have as much distance between you and the mobs. Go immediately to the right. We win. 3 minutes. For almost 600 Reaper XP. I'll take it. I think I'm gonna have to call it a night after this one. I'm getting tired.
Yeah, I need to eat after this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this one and take 7 and call it a night.
Sounds good.
How are you at half mana already? Are you like quickening your buffs or something?
No, I killed a bunch of mobs before we came in,
Oh shoot.
in order to get the cannon chance. To get that chest.
Should have shrine. There was a shrine right around the corner. But we got one coming up here.
Plague Reaper. And a famine.
Where? Oh, I see.
One on the left and one, well, there, right there.
We don't need to aggro that famine reaper actually. Let's leave him. Like, he can live there. It can be in his home. How would you like it if somebody shot you in your home? I wouldn't like it. I've never even been shot in my home, but it's just one of those things, like, I don't need to try it to know that I won't like it. That might be closed-minded of me, but I'm willing to go there. But, you know,
Yeah.
I might be wrong. Maybe I'll get shot in my home one day and I'll be like, this is great. I can't believe I've been missing out on this. What was I thinking?
Fossils. Thank you.
Rubble under the stairs. And bad guys upstairs.
Stone. Gotta get my burning rubble. Gonna shrine.
Okay, now I'm shining.
Please don't go across the bridge or you'll just aggro extra mobs that we don't need to fight.
Oh, good. I'm glad you went do that one again.
It looks like a plague reaper. Good job, guys.